Hello people and welcome to a whole new series I'm starting called The Everything Machine. Now, I'm going to be making a series on the Tekkit pack or whatever. Whenever I think of Tekkit, I always think of the Technic pack, because that also had red power and industrial craft and build craft. So, I don't know. If I called it Tekkit the Technic pack, don't blame me, don't troll me, don't do anything like that, okay? So now, first of all, this is the Everything Machine version 1.1. Now, I'm going to be making these into like versions or something. That's going to be how the series episodes are. Now, this is 1.1, and the next video will be 1.2. Now this is actually just the first version of it, and so far right now all that this does is just macerate ore and then cook it. But the thing that's good about this now is that it will never ever get backed up. You can put as much ore as you want in here, and as many different types of ore as you want in here. And hold on a second. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, the way that this actually works is that, wait, okay, that's for later, but you could put different types of ore in here, but it still won't get backed up. Now, I have set up an experiment here. We'll set up it mostly, and don't mind that. That's actually just something I did to see what the iron pipes worked and how they worked. So, this is to show how things can easily get backed up. This is currently filled with, wait, not this. No. Stop it! This is gonna be a very interesting video, me failing and messing up piping and stuff. Now this macerator, I forgot to fill, is going to be filled up with gravel. Gravel. You're kidding me, right? There's no gravel? Oh. Alright, so now see this macerator is filled with, God, I feel like I have to talk louder because of how loud the macerator is. So now this is going to have iron ore inside of it, and you're going to see that when the iron ore goes into chest and gets pulled out, that it is going to get backed up and fall out of the pipe system, which could actually cause you to lose it. Now, wait for it. See? Now that's the issue with this. Now this will never happen on here because of the loop system. Now the loop system is basically just, it loops around here so that it always has the option to go into the machine. Now that means that even if something isn't full, when it rotates around, it's going to have half a chance of going into it. So not all of it will go into it right away, but what doesn't will just loop around and go into it. And if it isn't full, then, I mean, if it's full or if there's something else in it, it will just loop around until that's done macerating it, and it can go in. This also works with a generator, so you can put a lot of coal inside and not worry about that getting backed up. and then once it's mastered, it comes out of here, and then another loop system, this time into an electric furnace, which is being powered by that generator, which leads into this pipe. Into this chest. So, as I've said, this is version 1.1, and this will basically do not much. But the one benefit to this is that you can put different types of ore in, and it will never, ever get backed up. So, let's go in here, and another thing, I'm going to be using stacks of stuff with this, so it's gonna take a very unrealistically long amount of time. In reality, you're probably gonna have like 20 of each ore and like maybe 3 ores. So this is actually 3 stacks of items, which is gonna take forever. But it will show you that this will never, ever get backed up, and you will never, ever lose your items, because when they fell back there, they became entities, and drops just like this. Just like this. Okay. Just like this. Now, if you leave that there, that will despawn. So you don't want to leave that there. So you have to basically stay there and just make sure that that it's not gonna go away. Loud macerator. That it will not ever go away if you're using a large amount of ore or different types of ores. I said ore in 2 ways. So now let's just put in some iron, some tin, and that should be enough. That will show you basically what and how this works. Another thing, this has underground redstone that basically, when this is powered on, the redstone engines aren't on, which keeps the stuff in the chest, so they will turn on at the same time. Now let's put in some coal. This is actually a bit of a coal guzzler, so I recommend having both coal and charcoal. I don't know, that's just something that I like. It should stop it from using it as fast, if that makes any sense. Because once something is in there, it's pretty impractical to try to get out, and the generator will use it. So basically with this, if it runs out of alright, if there's coal in it, then the charcoal won't go in, but the coal will. So if it's done before this charcoal, if it's done and I turn this off, then it will actually loop around, and occasionally stuff has a habit of going back into the chest, but that's fine because it just gets spat right out. So I turn this off and stuff goes around and then goes back into chest but doesn't come back out. Yeah. So if this finishes while the coal is still smelting, all of the charcoal will still be fine, and just loop around a couple times and go back in there, and hopefully all of the charcoal will be back in the chest by the time that coal is done cooking and powering. If that makes any sense. I'm not really sure if it does. So this is basically just going to be a just breakdown of how it works. So now this turns on and you can see the generator is running and coal